Hi guys, nice to see you again. Today Miss Stacey and I thought we would do an end of the summer type video. And all summer we kind of talked about things you would do in the summer: go to the beach, play in the sand, use water. We did coloring, we did chalk. So we thought today we would kind of just do a roundup of what things you might have used and you might have done over the summer.
We got lots of cool stuff to look at because summer's almost over, but not quite yet. So we got to get a little more summer fun in there. All right. So we have lots of things that you might see if you go to the beach. And some of them we're gonna play with later, but we'll just show you a few of them right now, and then we'll see what we can do with them. All right. So the first thing that we have, it's in a bag. If you went to the beach, it wouldn't be in a bag. It would be all over the ground, but it's sand. So if you go to the beach and you walk on the beach or somebody helps you move around on the beach, what's on the ground isn't like grass or like pavement, but it's sand like this. It's all little pieces. It feels really soft. And when the sun shines on it, it gets really hot, and then your feet get really hot if you're standing on it, right? But so sand is one of the first things that you see and you feel at the beach. Some people like how it feels. Some people don't like how it feels.
Did you like it between your toes or between your fingers?
When it gets wet, it kind of sticks to you. Yeah.
But the other thing you would put on as soon as you get to the beach, or before going to the beach, would be the sunblock, which is very important. And this is just a lotion, but as we were talking about, if you go to put your sunblock on, rub it on your hands, and then you touch the sand.
Miss Cathy's crazy.
It's all sticky and it's all stuck. It gets all stuck to your hands and your body. So sometimes it's smart to put this on way before you get to the beach and let it dry good. Or if not, you're going to be covered in sand.
The sand is on you and you try to rub sunscreen on top of it,
that hurts, and especially if you already have sunburn. Oh. Okay, what else might we see at the beach?
So usually, some beaches it's just lots of sand with nothing in it, but most beaches you find other things in the sand. So like shells and rocks. There's all different kinds of shells. I'm going to bring it closer so you guys can see some of the kinds of shells up close, okay? So I'll move it up here. And we'll show you this. We find lots of shells like this around here. These are clam shells or like quahog shells. I don't really know exactly.
Stacey's is bigger than mine, so mine's littler.
And look,
they come in different sizes.
Here's a really little one. So they're all pretty much the same shape, but they're all different sizes. And then there's other kinds of shells too. Some of them we know what kind of animal they're from. Some of them I'm not really sure, but they're really cool. So here's a different kind of shell. Let's see what else we have. Here's a little shell. Oh my goodness. Look how little this one is compared to that big one. So some little animal lived in this one. A big animal lived in that one.
And then I get a really big one.
And I've got a really little one. Look at that little tiny snail shell. Oh my goodness. Look how different they are. Whoa.
And look at how cool the shells are. Some of them are almost just plain white. And some of them have lots of lines of color, different colors on them. And some are very smooth.
Colors on the inside. Some are rough.
And this one's really bumpy.
There's so many different kinds. Some of them are shiny. Can you see how shiny this one is? It's a little hard to see on the camera. You'll have to take my word for it. It's pretty shiny. Alright, so I'm going to move the camera back.
And if you collect the shells, bang them
Hello!
together.
Hello! Cameo by myself.
Oh, what do we have?
We're at the beach.
Oh, where's my suit?
Oh, so there's a
The
little
bathing
one
suit over there.
Wait, let's see.
So we have sand and sunscreen.
The other thing you always see at the beach. Oh, sorry, I interrupted the shell part. But the other thing we always find at the beach is the water, right?
But the water isn't like the water, right, Miss Stacey, that we drink.
No, it's all salty. The water at the
Salty.
Yeah.
So you pick up the water. Even the water can be a little. Sometimes this.
Oh dear, we have a swimmer. We're talking about the water. Miss Ellie's ready to go swimming.
Look! It's my suit. It shrunk.
Did you get her pool noodle?
Where's your
It
pool
shrunk.
noodle?
Oops, hello.
Then you
Oh,
can't even take a pool
She's
noodle.
hitting me with a noodle. You know, this reminds me of a video once way back in the yard.
Oh man.
This is fun.
So you play in the water at the beach, right? Miss Ellie's all ready to play.
Yep, I'm ready.
Nice.
She's getting us wet and we're not even there yet.
Wait, I didn't know you had these. Oh,
And the other thing you might take is sunglasses.
look
Ellie's
at
all
that.
ready.
My hat and stuff. It's great.
Looking good. Yeah.
It's ready to go to the
Fun.
beach, so we should make sure she's wet enough to go.
Thanks for the water.
Oh man.
This is fun.
So as we were saying, this water that Stacey and I have right here is not sticky, but sometimes the salt water is, when you get out, you feel a little sticky.
You get any in your mouth, it tastes really bad. Really
Yeah.
salty.
And it's a little bumpy from the salt, like the salt on the
I'm
sand.
all wet.
Oh man. That's what happens when you go to the beach. You get
Oh, it's a
wet.
big
Yeah.
rogue wave.
So at the beach, it's really fun to play with the water and the sand, right? So we're just going to have some fun, and we'll show you some different things you can do. We don't have lots of beach toys, but we have some cool stuff. So we're going to put, like, maybe some more sand in our container.
Oh, and the other thing we've got, you might take an ice pack to keep your drinks or your food cold while you're there. Because I'm sure you're not going to go to the beach without any kind of water or something to drink. That's important. Because the sun gets very hot. So don't forget to bring an ice pack in a little plastic bag if you want, so you can collect some
Find a
seashells.
shell, and then you put it in your
Put
bag.
it in the bag.
There we go.
And then you can have your own. And when you get home, you can paint them. You can use them as a paperweight. You can make music with them.
The big ones are really good to keep. Yeah,
They're very cool.
Alright, so I got my sand here. Usually you wouldn't have to put it in a container because you'd have a whole beach full of sand. Right?
So we're putting
Lots
sand.
of sand. And then you can play with it, right? The one thing that like almost everybody likes to do at the beach is dig holes, right? Anytime you go to the beach, you'll see people digging big holes, sometimes burying themselves in the sand, right? It's a fun part to do. And if you're at the beach and you dig deep enough, then usually you'll find some water at the bottom of your hole. Right, I'm just going to put a little bit of water in. I don't know what's going to happen. So I dug deep and I got some water. Can you see it? Look. Wow.
Or you can make a little hole and put the water in the middle.
You guys want to see? I think that you've seen enough of me as Cathy. Maybe you should watch our sand now, because we'll do some cool stuff with our sand.
See, we got the water in the middle. And Stacey's got the water around the sand.
My water got all spread out. I'm going to mix it together and get my sand wet, and I'm going to see what happens if I
I'm
can
going to
make
put some
something
more
with it.
water to make, because if you don't make the sand wet and you're at the beach, it could get very hot. And it's hot to touch and hot to step on.
I want to see. Sometimes people like to make sandcastles at the beach, and I'm not very good at making sandcastles. They don't ever work. Because I never know exactly how wet to make the sand. But we're going to give it a try now. All right. So we're going to pretend that our cup is a sandcastle. I'm going to pack my sand in there. So I'm using one hand to hold my cup, one hand to pack in my sand.
And I'm going to make mine a little wetter.
Oh man, it's like an experiment. We'll see. All right, here's the moment of truth, you guys. Ready? One.
Let's see if she
Two.
can make.
Probably not. Wait, let me pack it down a little bit more. Gotta get it really good. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, she did it!
Worked.
So if you have cups that you took with you, oops, you can fill those up with sand. I have a bowl. I'm going to try filling this up with sand and see if I can make
Ooh, that's
a
gonna
little
be
bit.
a cool one. I need something to put on top like a flag. So we'll pretend that's what we always do at the beach. You put a flag on top. You find rocks and seashells that you can decorate your castle with, right? We'll make a nice little...
She's got a little castle. Let's see if we can make this a little... Ta-da! You can't really
Ooh.
see it. It wasn't that high.
Nice.
So then we could maybe get some more dirt. Pack that in. Put that on top. Ta-da!
Oh my goodness. That's really fancy. I like it.
So,
I'm going to try to show you guys one more thing. I'm going to have to get our water. Oh, wait, can I have another cup, Miss Cathy?
Yeah,
A clean cup? Do you guys ever, like, you get the sand really wet, or you go to the part of the beach that's really close to the water, and you mix it so it's all muddy? Look at that. It's really wet. And then you drip it, and you make, like, a drip castle. It might be a little too wet. Hold on. Put a little more sand in here. Ew.
Oh, Miss Stacey's really making it
Ew.
drippy.
Yuck. Okay. It's more fun when you're actually at the beach. So, ready? We're going to watch the sand drip. Uh-oh, you can't really see it, and I can't really touch the computer.
I don't know.
Our computer's going to be really muddy. All right, here we go. We'll do it up here. So we're going to make drip, drip, drip. It feels really cool. It was gross to mix together, but it feels cool. It's still kind of wet. When it's a little bit drier, all the drips kind of stay the way you put them, and they make cool shapes. You might have to take my word for it. We'll try one more time. Ready? Drip, drip, drip. Well, it's not making anything cool, but it does feel cool. It looks gross, but it feels really cool because it feels nice and soft. All right. So,
And the other thing you can do is, remember we had the shells. Like Miss Stacey said, you can put the shells to add decoration. Or you can take the shells and scoop the sand.
dig with your shells.
Or you can bury them in the sand and then see if you can find them.
Oh my goodness.
Or you can't see that because that's in the back. But you could bury them and then say, where's my shell, and look for it.
We'll move this back so you guys can see us for the end, okay? Maybe. There we go. All right.
So there's lots of fun things you can do at the beach. And even though it's almost the end of summer or the end of August, which after Labor Day kind of says it's the end of summer, the weather in New England, the weather in Rhode Island kind of stays warm.
Yeah.
Sometimes straight through October. So
you still got lots of time to go
to
play.
the beach and
All
play and get some sand and some shells.
Got some ideas of what to do, so maybe we'll see you at the beach sometime.
And just have some fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.